to do today. So I need to retest them, both hives, see what they're at for Varroa loads. We tested the one, they were a little high. So I brought down easy checking alcohol. I wanted to try the dish soap method, but couldn't get that sorted out in time. And then we have Apiguard. It's still getting kind of warm. So I am going to do half on each one. But I want to get a current load, mite level. See, because it should be more than last time since I didn't do anything about it. And then we'll see if we can improve it. Yeah, I'm wondering if these little hornets down here are actually attacking them or they're just feeding on the dead. But there's a bunch of dead bees down here. Another thing about the Apiguard is it said not to feed them anymore. So hopefully they've built up enough just to get them through this. So really we want to find a frame with a good amount of brood. We may have to go down to the first box. They're definitely buzzing. I see a lot of drones hanging out here. There we go. Some brood frame coming up. There's probably not enough bees on there. Seeing perforations again. Pattern looks off. You see some open brood in there too. It could also be, I see some chunks of larvae left down in there. It could be that they're not getting enough pollen. I need to feed them some pollen substitute, which I don't have right now, but I will make sure to get some of that. Looks like the case. And again, it's kind of a spotty pattern. Maybe that's, I guess I'll hope that that's because she's new to laying up here. The other thing is I don't see eggs through here yet. No, never mind. I see some over here. I see one bee hatching. There's one. Little girl's coming out. So I'm not sure that's enough bees to test here. Yeah, these cappings aren't looking too great right now. Pattern is definitely not great. Does look like there's a lot of dead larvae in here. Well, maybe not a lot, but there's definitely some. We're back to looking like we have an issue again. So you got to wonder if I waited too long to test or not test, but if I took too long to treat, went from thinking they were doing pretty good last time to wondering now. Next one doesn't have much. I got this little box this time, so it's easier to work with. So set that up here. What I'm worried about is having to do two frames, but those are some fresh brood, so that's supposed to be the better ones to test. You'd have to use 2 frames, because that's double the frames I gotta check for the queen, but may have to. It looks like a bunch of them are on this one. This might be enough. Scanning for the queen. I don't see her. I think this looks good enough. Let's see her. Yep, I don't think that's enough. Alright. Before they climb out of there, I'll try to do a quick scan. That's what makes me nervous trying to rush this. Nope, I don't see in here either. Okay. Might have to do this off camera here. Check for a queen in here. Again, I don't see her. I don't know if this is contamination from inside the kitchen. I don't know if we'll be able to see. What I did get is some weird blue and green sparkles. Camera's being dumb again. I got half of that on there for them. I put a spacer on here to give them a little room. And I also took the top board here and cut a little notch out of there on both ends. So we'll put that on top. Yep, excuse me, girl. So that'll give them some room to get up there and grab that stuff and move it through. Yep, so we'll take this feeder, move it back up, we'll clean it up. So there's one treatment begun. I didn't get nearly enough bees in there to test, and all I got was sparkles and not anything else. So I don't know if the sparkles came from something in the kitchen or I got sparkly bees, I guess. I don't know. I got blue ones, 2 blue ones, a green one, and a gold one. But there's the beginning of treatment for one. So we'll see how they do. We'll move over to the next one and we'll do the same. So yeah, on this one they say don't use during a honey flow for the Apiguard. And but from what I understand, it's from you don't want to use the Apiguard when there's a honey flow for human consumption. And I'm going to leave these for the girls. I'm probably going to take the top one here and give it to them before winter hits. Yeah. Sorry, Frog, you're going to have to move. Come here. Probably sleeping. Come here. Yep, I know. It's okay. Hey, little guy. Little frog. I'll put you in the grass. Oh, yep. I don't want you to jump in the hive. There you go. There you go. At least the smoker's working better this week. Don't see many hive beetles up here. Well, that's good. Hornet chewing on a bee. Not anymore. I might have to put the interest reducers on here. It is robbing season, I suppose, but I think the hornets might be a problem. More than other bees. Alright, so we need to get in here and find a brood frame. Let's see if we can get this one out of here. I think this was our new brood frame. Okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I gotta double check for the queen on here. There's a lot of bees. Should be easier to do a test on this one though. I'll stare at this one for a little bit longer. It's the scary thing about testing and retesting. All you do is get the queen once. And there's just a little bit of pollen. I might have to give these both some pollen substitute. Well, I guess I said that, but then remember last time down in there was a ton. Some fat drones in here again. Didn't see those for a while. We got drones in both of them though. I see a little bee with a mite on her back though. I don't know if we'll be able to get that on there. I think the camera. I got a picture of one. I don't know if you can see her on there, but she's got a mite attached to her back. See one, there's probably hundreds and hundreds more. I am not seeing the queen. I should have gotten a deeper box, I think. That's what's making this a little more difficult. Make some room, that way I can dump them into the box. Oh, I see. There were sparkles in this box. Yeah, this pattern is looking much better and healthier over here. Alright, here goes. Okay, alright. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Damn near 30. That's really bad. So what I'm going to do, like I said before, since that honey from the 2 supers is not going to be for us, we're going to leave them for the bees this year. I'm going to put these frames back in here. Excuse me, girls. And I'm going to set it on top of this, and then I'm going to put the spacer on, and then those supers on top. But yeah, it's supposed to get up to 86 for the rest of the week. It says 85 and above. You should use half, I think it was. Make sure we didn't squish anybody under there. We got our spacer. Not very even. And then I'm supposed to leave them alone for 2 weeks and then check back on them. So lessons learned, you gotta get a frame with enough bees on it. That's helpful. But I mean, that's no good. That's a ton. So we went from 2% over here to, I don't know, 300 bees, maybe. So 10%. In about a month. So yep, check and treat your bees.